stuff. So I'm back and I want to chit chat with y'all today about moving. How many of y'all are scared to just up and move? Never knew so many people were scared to just basically leave their comfort zone and go somewhere new. I guess maybe because I grew up military, I'm like, well, I mean, we had to move every 3-4 years. So it's something that's just regular to me. But a lot of people are freaking scared to move, and I don't want you to be scared to move. So we're about to have a talk, okay? If you want to know how to, sorry if you hear a bunch of like noise. I'm sitting on my leather. Well, I don't even think, I don't know what kind of couch it is. It's like faux leather or something, but it makes a lot of noise when I move on it. But yeah, so I want to talk to you guys about moving and how you can do it, and you don't have to be scared, and just trusting yourself and making a few key decisions and a few key, moves so that your move can go smoothly, or as smooth as possible anyways. So if you want to know how to do that, keep on watching. Moving, right? First thing I want to say is you can move anywhere as long as you have some type of transportation, whether it be your own or public, as long as you have a place to stay, and as long as you have some type of income coming in, whether it be you're doing like contracting, or you're doing your own business, or maybe it's just a traditional job. Any of those will work, really. You just have to have money coming in, right? So what I did when I moved here to Tampa, Florida from Virginia Beach is, it was around tax time, right? And I highly suggest to do this around tax time because, I mean, that's the time where you're getting a big lump sum of money. And it's like unexpected money, kind of. Like you may or may not have plans for it already. It's money basically that you don't already have. So it's coming, and you can plan on using it for your move. So what I did, got my tax return back, came to visit Florida. I lived in Tampa for like a short time before, but I lived in an area, like I stayed in one little area because it's more like military, and this time I wasn't military. So I came to visit with my fiance and my daughter, and like we looked at some places just to look, because I told her before, like, I want to move from Virginia Beach. We came around, looked at some apartments, and the one that I really liked, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just see what happens. So I went in, got the information, I got home, they emailed me everything, I applied, and you know what happened? Boom. Listen, I got the apartment, right? So when I found that out, I had like 3 weeks until we were moving, so I started looking at jobs. I'm sending my resume everywhere, like, and I just put Tampa on my resume. I didn't put like my full address because I didn't know it yet. Bam, resumes going out left and right? And we went ahead and moved, and we sold all of our stuff. Like, when I tell you all of our furniture, it was just a lot easier. It was cheaper to do it that way. We didn't have to have a moving truck or anything like that. Packed up our car. We sold all our big furniture and packed up our car with all the things we wanted to bring here with us. So it all worked. That's one less expense. Of course, we didn't have furniture when we got here, but we just bought furniture with the money that we got from selling all of our stuff. So yeah, once we got here and everything, still putting out resumes, still calling around, a job finally called me. It was a temp agency. It was healthcare support, because I was in the healthcare field. Still kind of am. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. Temp agencies, that comes around to my next point. Their job is to get you hired, because they get a commission for every person that they can hire and get hired onto these jobs. So of course they're trying to do anything they can to help you get hired, whether it be help you rewrite your resume, if they have any questions or anything looks sketchy on there, whatever. They let you know what to say and what to do when you go on your interviews to these places. Like, they want you to have a job, because you having a job puts more money in their pockets, of course. So yeah, temp agencies, golden. Start there. Like, if anything, start there. If you just find that like you're not getting a lot of callbacks, stuff like that, temp agency will definitely help. The other thing is, when you come or go to visit and check out apartments, also see, when you know what type of work you may be doing, like, see what areas keep kind of coming up for that type of job, and that'll help you know if you need to definitely have a car with you, or if you can use like a train or a tram or subway system. See if any of that is near the area you want to live in, because that will help. If you don't have a car, you can definitely use public transportation, and maybe cheaper that way. Or maybe you may be looking at some places that are kind of far away, you know, from like all the businesses and things like that, and you may have to have a car to commute to work. Makes sense? Makes sense? Yeah. While you're visiting, you also want to check out, like, see what there is to do, because that's a whole nother thing. Vibes are important. Listen to me when I tell you vibes are important, okay? Because, so let me give you a quick little story. I like living in Tampa for like the weather, things like that. The vibe, I'm not so into. Like, I just be completely on 100. I'm not that into the vibe. And it really makes a difference when you move somewhere, because it can make you feel like you don't want to live there anymore, or, you know, you feel like you kind of made a mistake. I don't feel like I did, just because I've had some good experiences here. Like, I've had fun. I've met a couple of people, not a whole lot. And I don't regret it. It's all a part of life, you know? But you do want to see like what everything's like when you go visit. You want to see what the vibe is. What are the people like? What is the nightlife like, if that's something you're into? What is the shopping like? Like, these are things that I kind of like in the area. What is the sightseeing like? What kind of places can you take people when you come visit? You live there. When people come visit, what type of places can you take them to? Those are like the minor things, because really the most important is transportation, having money coming in, and having a place. So today it should be way more easier than it used to be years ago, because now there's Airbnb. You can always do a long-term Airbnb. There are apartments. You can rent a house. You can rent through a private person if you feel like you may have some credit issues or whatever. Like, maybe they'll kind of overlook that, or look to see what's on your actual credit, to see, yeah, you pay your rent on time, but you might have like medical bills. Like, that's kind of my situation. I have medical bills, you know, but my rental history, I always pay for rent. You need a place to stay, you know? All of that squared away, you should be able to move wherever you would like. No excuses. Listen to me. We're young. We have our whole older life to have to be forced to stay somewhere and settle down, because we're physically not going to be able to move around like that once we get older. Why not take the time now while we're young to go explore the world, see what else is out there? And if everything goes to shit, guess what? You can move back home. It's not a big deal. Like, you literally can do the same thing, pack up your stuff, and go back to wherever you came from. Boom, that easy. Just have trust in yourself and know that you got it. Like, a lot of times people they don't have no trust in themselves. It's like, trust yourself to know you know how to get a job. You probably already have a job. You know how to pay rent. You probably already pay rent. Like, this is not going to be any different. You're literally going to move somewhere else and do the same things that you're doing in the place that you live in now. Like, it's just really not that bad. And you're going to meet people. If you're a social person, there's meetup. You'll meet people on your job. Like, you'll just meet people doing random different things. Like, it's really nothing to be afraid of. And if you absolutely don't want to move by yourself, have a friend to move with you, or have your fiance move with you. I don't know, something. Bring your pet, anything. But it's possible, you guys. Just do it. If you need extra money, do some side hustling. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's DoorDash, there's so many things. If you need to save money, there's Digit, there's Poshmark. You can sell things on there. So there's always a way to make extra money to be able to get to do some of the things that you want to do in your life. Just make shit happen and do it. So if you have any questions, comment below, write your questions below. Let me know how you feel about just up and moving to where you would like to move to, and what are your challenges? What do you feel like your challenges are? What do you feel like is holding you back from just going and do what you want to do? Let me know. Okay, yeah, that was stupid.